Hey, happy Wednesday. Hi, everybody. I'm Kathy Nordite, owner of Drop the Leash Pet Sitting. My mission is to teach other women how to earn extra income through pet sitting. On Wednesdays, I share my wisdom with you, and today's guest is Alicia from Bucks for Pups. I can't wait for you guys to meet her and find out all about how she's using her talent in the kitchen to raise money for homeless pets. Hi, Alicia. Welcome. Thank you so much
Hi
for being
guys.
here with us.
Thanks for having me, Kathy.
Absolutely. We're so excited to hear about what you're accomplishing. So the very first question I have to cover, because I hope that there are some folks in our audience who don't live in the state of Ohio that may be watching, and they probably think of a buck for a pup as $1. And that's not exactly what you are trying to communicate. So start out by telling us what a buck is in your world.
So a Buckeye is from, it's from a nut from the Ohio State tree.
Yeah.
And the actual nut from the tree is actually toxic. I don't know if you know that, Kathy, but
you don't eat those.
Everything about it is toxic. So it comes in this little shell that's really spiky. And then when you open it up, there's a Buckeye that looks exactly like the Buckeyes I make.
Yes.
So Ohio's just like the quintessential taste of Ohio, I like to say, is a Buckeye. So it's a peanut butter ball dipped in chocolate, and it's just complete goodness.
So
and I think it's just so Ohio. If you live in Ohio, I guarantee you know what it is, but those of you that don't, it's often unfamiliar for sure.
Yes, and I would highly encourage you, if you don't know what a Buckeye is, or if you've never had a Buckeye, I mean the confection that we're speaking of here, not the actual nut. I highly recommend you try one. Alicia was so nice, and yesterday she dropped off a sample for me to try her Buckeyes. You guys, so good. If you love peanut butter and chocolate together, oh my gosh, so much yumminess.
Yeah.
So thank you for doing that.
You're welcome. It's like a Reese cup, but better, just like more peanut butter.
Yeah, more peanut butter. You're right, and more moist, and it's so good, so good.
Yeah,
so now that we know what a Buckeye is, tell us what you're doing with them, and like, how did you start doing it? Who taught you how to make them, and how did this turn into a fundraising business?
So I started making them really with my mom and my grandma, my great grandma, because I grew up here in Columbus. So it was just something that you made around Christmas time, or around, for tailgates around Ohio State games and such. But it actually started the week of our quarantine here in Columbus. A lot of my bartender and server friends had lost their jobs. And I work in education, so I was feeling very grateful for my job. And they were in such an unfortunate situation. And I've made these Buckeyes for years. It's whenever I go to a party, I take them with me. I'm known as like the Buckeye lady.
Very cool.
I've never sold them. And so I thought, why don't I start to make them and sell them and give the proceeds to my friends who are out of work. And so that's how it started.
That's so nice.
Yeah, it just was kind of like a passion project. So I spent my spring break out of work making Buckeyes. I mean, I made Buckeyes for like 6 hours a day for a week straight. And I was able to donate over $1,000 in Kroger gift cards to my friends.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome.
It was super cool. And so I mailed them out. And then afterwards, I realized that people, first of all, love to help a good cause, right? They love when their money goes to a good cause. And my Buckeyes are really good.
They are.
I should, do something with it.
Yeah.
And I had a recent death in my family. Unfortunately, my brother passed away. And so it kind of grew out of like grief. I needed something to like put my energy into, and he loved them. He would eat that. He would just pop them, and he loved the Ohio State Buckeyes, and he loved dogs. My parents now have his 2 dogs. And so it's just like it was like a passion project turned into like a project that came out of grief, and here we are.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like taken off like a rocket, and I'm having so much fun.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I like that it's taking off for you. And I am a firm believer, I'm sure you'll agree with me on this, that when you do things to serve others, when you follow your passion and what you were born to do, that success comes to you. I really, truly believe that you were meant to do this. So tell us how this has helped raise funds for pups, for homeless dogs.
Yeah, so that also came from the idea of my brother, right? So my parents inherited his 2 dogs, and it was just he loved dogs. He never met a dog he never loved and immediately loved. And so that's kind of the charity I chose. And Bucks for Pups just came to me one night, the name of it, and it was so catchy.
It is.
And so then I chose 20% as my number to give back to shelters. And so the first month, which was May,
okay,
I chose Franklin County Dog Shelter just because I live in Franklin County. They do great things for our community. And my friend had recently rescued a dog from there. So I had recently heard about her experience, and she loves her dog Miley. And that's just who I chose. And then I was reached out by Cause for Canines,
yes,
a rescue, an all breed rescue here in Franklin County. So they reached out to me, and so I had them for June. And then this month I have Rescued Ohio.
Nice.
And then in this month of August, I'm actually, I just announced that I have 12 partners. Yay. So it's no longer a rescue or shelter of the month.
Okay.
When you check out on the website, you can actually pick from a drop-down menu of where you want your donation to go to.
I love it.
Yeah. So in addition to the 12 partners, there's an option there that says something along the lines of, I'm just here for the Buckeyes. You pick where you want donation to go to.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, and then there's also an option that says, I want to donate somewhere that's not on your list. And then they can just reach out to me, and I'll be happy to donate their 20% to wherever they want.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, so that's super exciting.
The choosing of the charity out of your hands and put it into our hands, so we get to decide. That's wonderful. I can see this really blowing up because, like you said, not only do people love Buckeyes, but we all love to donate to a great cause. That's awesome. Great idea.
Thank you. Yeah, so we have 12 partners right now. I don't have the list in front of me, but we have everywhere from, you had Speak for the Unspoken on the other day. Yeah. They're on our list, so the dogs with disabilities. We have a Paws at OSU, for Paws at OSU. Have you heard of that?
I have.
They're on the list. So they're service dogs in training at Ohio State University. So we're pretty excited about them.
Awesome.
So, and then 10 others. So
yeah, well, we'll just have to visit your website so that we can find out who else is on the list, right?
Yeah.
Which leads us to our final question, because now I know everybody's drooling and they want to help out as well as fill their bellies with yumminess. So where do we find you? How do we order Buckeyes from you?
So you can order at bucksforpupsconfections.com.
Okay.
And then on any social media, you can also just DM me and I'll take an order. We take all credit cards, PayPal, cash upon delivery or pickup. We have a pickup location here at my home. It's like a full-on, I call it my little front porch storefront. We have a little screened-in porch, and I've made it into this storefront.
Oh my God!
And so it's completely contactless. You pull up and you go, and there's a little fridge, and you can get information from all the rescues. And who needs a storefront? I have my front porch.
That's right. This is brilliant. So cute. And you actually live fairly close to the OSU campus too. So
I do. About 2 miles, I'd say. Walking distance. I've walked to games before. Yeah.
Aw, that's even more Buckeye-like. That's awesome. Well, I'll be sure and post when in the comments below, I'll be sure and post all of the social media places that we can find you. But definitely visit Bucks for Pups Confections.com. Look at that. I'm
We
cute.
just have our new logo we dropped the other day.
I love it. I love the little Buckeyes for O's.
Yeah, so super cute.
And I bet, Alicia, for those of you who live out of state, I bet Alicia would ship Buckeyes to you too. I know there's a lot of Buckeyes that have moved to other parts of the United States and probably really miss being able to have Buckeyes. So feel free to go to her website and grab yours today and do something good. Join her in promoting a good cause. Alicia, thank you so much for being on with us.
Thank you for having me, Kathy.
Amazing girl. You're doing good things, and I'm just so proud to say that I know you. I'm really happy that you shared your passion with us.
Thank you for having me. It's such a pleasure. And
Absolutely.
I love what you're doing for dogs and for women. That's amazing.
Yes, absolutely. Ladies, if there are women out there who would like to know more about how to start earning extra income in pet sitting, it's definitely been a godsend for me. Please visit my website at droptheleashpetsitting.com, or you can find me on Instagram at droptheleashpetsitting. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Gigi says goodbye. I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye, guys.
Thank you.